what's up, guys? Gelsinger Gaming here. A little sleep in. I slept in today a little bit, so made it to the room. As you can tell, as always, I've moved stuff around. But today's Boing and Beyond episode number 5, so should be a good one. I got a lot of stuff to cover today. We might have Bill Bassario. I don't know why I say Bassario. His name's not that. It's Bassari, but I always say that for some reason. Anyway, he should be on today. Hopefully, I'll know. I'll reach out to him this morning and see if he's able to get on with us here and hang out or not. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get everything fired up. I got a few videos I'm gonna make over here this morning and cover a few things that I'll show you guys on the show. We're gonna talk about I'll have this magazine showing off tonight for you guys. So what I'll do I think going forward is I'm gonna make a few videos during the week that I don't actually usually I would upload onto YouTube and to the Instagram, but I'm not going to upload them until after Boing and Beyond, so you guys can catch the action first before I even load it to the YouTube. So just a little I think it'd be kind of fun that way. But yeah, so like I said, just getting everything going. Just down myself a cup of coffee. Still got to get this beast on. I don't even play or show you guys this one very often. You find this damn button. There it is. This is an RTX build I did. It's pretty sweet. But basically, removed the room around again, and then I'll let you guys get back to your morning here. I'll try to get through this little rant real quick. Anyway, so I got the room redone once again. Cannot wait for Mr. Michaels to sign that for me. But anyway, so got the 3DO stuff completely now into the app and all that. I do have a giant box of games coming that will open tonight on the show. Should be pretty cool. If my Boing and Beyond stuff comes today as well, I'll show that stuff off to you, some of the swag. But I got the room pretty much all redone. You will notice that one of the A1222 pluses is gone. She's down there, nothing wrong with it. I just don't need the extra machine now. The guy that I'm doing stuff with actually has got a X5000 now and running some other stuff to help me get this game and this secret project we're working on. Anyway, so that's done. I got all the stuff kind of like I said reorganized and going better now. The way the layout is, everything's connected and ready to ride. So anyway, I'll stop rambling so you guys can get on with your Wednesday morning. Just wanted to drop in real quick, give you a quick update on how I'm going to try to do the show now with the videos and stuff, kind of show off some of the stuff we have coming up for tonight. But it should be a fun show tonight, so I'll see you guys tonight over at YouTube at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you guys out with the old ghetto finger for a little while. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tonight. Have a good Wednesday morning. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Boing and Beyond. Yeah, sorry the audio on that video is a little low due to the fact I was recording that super early this morning. Anyway, I want to say welcome, everybody. I was going to talk about Amiga West here really quick. We've been trying to get Bill Bassario on for the last 2 shows, and we actually have him over here in standby right now. So we're going to jump right into the Bill Bassario interview. We're just going to talk to Bill a little bit. He's going to tell us how he got into Amiga and kind of got involved in all the stuff with Amiga West and Amiga 40th and whatnot. So what's up, Cam? You welcome. What's up, Michelle? Welcome to the show, you guys. We got our 2 first-time early birds in here so far. That's nice. But yeah, so week's been going good. Got a bunch of cool stuff to show you guys this week here on Boing and Beyond episode number 5. I can't believe we're on number 5, guys. Number freaking 5. So that's pretty awesome. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and open it up here. We're going to jump over to Bill. Give me a moment. We'll get it set up. Still having a little bit of issues with getting this stuff going. What's up, RJ? Michael's in the house. Greetings, sir. Welcome. Super honored to have you here. Super honored to have you here. And we'll get that other cam here fixed as well. I don't know why she fell asleep on us. Looks like the secondary cam over here decided to fall asleep on us. So I'll get that fixed right now. But we're going to jump over right into Bill Bassario. Yeah, Bill's in the house tonight, so we'll have him on here right now. And it should be pretty awesome. So just give me 1 second here, and we'll get him switched over to Bill for us real fast. Be right back with you guys with Bill. All right, Bill, you there? We'll see if he's back. All right, guys, check it out. We have Bill with us tonight. Pretty freaking awesome. Super excited to have you. Bill's
Yeah.
just going to give us a quick little rundown and tell us about what got you involved in Amiga, doing the Amiga AMI West show 30th and 40th, which got you involved in the AMI West show, which is pretty awesome. We have a heavy hitter in here tonight with us, Bill. We got RJ Michaels joining in with us right now, hanging out. So that's pretty awesome. So if you go
Nice.
ahead
Hey, RJ.
and give us a little rundown on what got you involved. I appreciate it. We're super grateful to have you here. We've been trying to get you on here the last couple of weeks, just our schedules and my technical difficulties, but we're good to go now. So go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hello, everyone out there. I'm actually traveling this week. What you see behind me is a hotel. Um, yeah, it's funny, Gino. I actually started at Amiga user groups. I was a member of this user group in the Washington, D.C. area called NCOG, National Capital Amiga User Group. When I joined, I think there was 450 people in the user group. This would have been early 90s, like 91, 92. Just got my car, and we would go once a month to drive down. And I was just so enamored with the creativity and the welcoming of all the folks that eventually I became the new user special interest group lead. And then I became the vice president and then the president. So while I was running the NCOG show or NCOG user group, this was a little bit after later in the kind of Amiga cycle, and we missed the really big shows, the Comdex, the World of Commodore New York, which was massive from what I understand. But there was an opportunity to go to where was that? Montreal for a Commodore show in Montreal. And interesting, if you ever watch that Click Boom documentary, I think Alex is wrong. I think the first show
Yeah.
that he went to show off Capital Punishment was actually that one in Montreal, not Toronto. But I haven't reached out to him on Facebook. I remember seeing that game and going absolutely crazy, like literally groupie for a Taylor Swift or something. It was not very flattering. But yeah, so we went to Montreal, and again, just the energy and the people and all the stuff that was going on. So many like-minded folks. We played BattleTech, and that was back when it was on Amigas. So we were at an Amiga convention in Montreal, playing BattleTech with each other. Sidewinder, made a bunch of mods. He's a musician. I think I met Kermit Woodall there. Just a bunch of cool people. And then we went to the World of Amiga, World of Commodore in Toronto, I think the next year. And I think at that show is when I started doing a webcam. And those are posted to AmiNet, where I had, I believe it was a 3000 at the time, with an image grabbing board. And so the script would take a picture using image effects every 15 seconds, process it, and then FTP it to a site. And then there was a corresponding web page where you could see the image update every, couple times a minute. And at the time, that was about what we could do. So I was bringing modems, and I started doing that not only at the Toronto show, but also at the US shows that were picking up. There was a St. Louis show. I was driving from the airport here and looking at a hotel, Crown Plaza. I'm like, wait a minute, I know that hotel. We did a convention there one time. Bob Sharp would run the shows out here in St. Louis, and they were also wild. I think when we were in the Henry VIII, we had like 1,200 people show up. And this would have been 96, 7. So even after the death of Commodore, there were still people coming to the shows and having a great time. I was hanging out in IRC. The folks that I was hanging out with would come out to the shows as well. We were at BWI Airport. I had 7 suitcases of equipment. And I was with 6 people. And I'm like, okay, everyone grab one of my bags and take it with you on the plane. And those are the days when they're asking the question, have the bags been in your possession the whole time? So I convinced 6 people to lie and say, yes, that these bags have been in my possession. And they were filled with computers and wires and all sorts of craziness. Getting to get that working back then, having to fly in was really, really tough. And then it progressed from like webcam. Then we started doing IRC. Maybe IRC was first, and then we added the webcam. So we were just doing chat logs about what's going on, and bringing people to the computer. I think it was an AmiWest. I had Bill McEwen dial into the computer, and he was typing questions back and forth, and we had the webcam going. And then that led to audio streaming. And I actually started with Winamp, and they had a format they had created that allowed for audio streaming. And I believe there was a couple years I actually did the encoding on an Amiga system. One of the shows using AWS, I built a network of reflectors, virtual machines around the world. I think I still pay for a snapshot of one of those. I had like 3 or 4 reflectors running. So it origin from the show through the modem, because this is before all the Wi-Fi at a hotel. And that audio would then hit a primary server, and that server would fan it out, and then people could listen to it using Amiga Amp or the other streaming software. I still think there's one of the streamers that has like a Easter egg in it. EmiNet Radio, I think, had an Easter egg for AmiWest in June or something. It was pretty cool. We would have a couple hundred people dial in and listening. And then eventually, as the technology progressed, and I kept doing AmiWest year after year after year, starting in the beginning in 98, we eventually transitioned to where we are today, which is YouTube streaming. I do stream from a PC. I'm always looking out for ways to do it from the Amiga, but that's a bridge too far right now. Maybe someday we'll see. With technology like this, with Video Ninja, who knows? But
yeah, Video Ninja is amazing, man.
Yeah, it's a piece of technology I stumbled across a couple years ago. I shared it with Gino here for doing this kind of remote presentation. This is how I was able to link to Amiga Bill's show last year, and then give him a tour of the show floor, which is actually pretty gnarly to get working from an audio perspective, where I could hear him, he could see and hear the floor, and then we were both live streaming each other's streams simultaneously. That was an impressive technical feat. But
yeah, sure was.
It really is about community, just getting to know people and going year after year after year. And then eventually got into the planning of AmiWest with Brian Deneen when he kind of took over after Chuck got a little sick. It was getting older and not able to do the main work. So yeah, that's the short form of the history.
Yeah, and you had a good time. Had Amiga 40th end up being a really successful thing for us, and had a good time there. That was a lot of fun. I'm still kind of buzzing from it.
That was crazy. I think the hardest part of that show, figuring out how do we do something that's not the Amiga 30th. And you didn't go to the 30th. The 30th was pretty freaking spectacular. You can ask people who were there, and it was freaking spectacular.
I do have from the 30th. So let me reach over here without killing myself. I do have this from the 30th, which is pretty awesome.
I can't see you, so I can't see what you're holding up.
Yeah, that's it's the pamphlet from the guys, the Amiga 40th, the booklet or whatever you guys produced for the Amiga 30th. Yeah, I got that in mint condition from you. It's pretty cool.
With all the speakers, just thumb through that. Look at the people speaking. I mean, it was crazy what we had pulled off.
Yeah, unbelievable, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. So at the 30th, the main thrust of the show, the centerpiece, was the Amiga lineup. And I forget the exact count. I think it was 25, like 15 or 20 machines, all running mostly, in a line, starting from the Amiga 1000, all the way through the Commodore, all the way up to actually the Amiga X5000. I had it there. It was very unstable in 2015, like barely usable. Here's a funny thing. Trevor snuck into the final photo of the Amiga 30th an A1222. So if you go back and you look at the picture, I don't know if you can bring pictures up on this, and I can't see it, but at the very end of the event on Sunday afternoon, We called up people to stand by the stage, and we put all the machines on the stage, and we took a photo. And at one point, Trevor slipped a little box in next to the CD32, and that is actually the A1222, or what would
No
become
joke.
the A1222 Plus.
Yeah, I'll look that up. I'll have to show it off. I'll find that here in a little bit and show it off.
Yeah, I can. When we're done, I'll shoot you the image on Discord. Maybe you can flash it up toward the end. But if you look for it, you can find it in there. But it was a monumental effort. We retro-brake the machines. There's a guy, Dan Klausko, from the Sacramento Club. He used to have the Abyss. He would be at Dale's house for 3 or 4 days a week, working on systems, sleeping in the floor of his RV, not even in the bed, but the floor of the RV.
Man.
And we didn't know it at the time, but Dan had a pretty advanced cancer and never complained once. He put his heart and soul into that show and passed away a few months after, maybe 4, 5, 6 months after. And it was a big blow. But looking back on it, I understand it. I mean, he had this opportunity to and the guy had a lot of passions. He was a musician. He was a pilot, things we didn't know about because we're, just Amiga folks. But he loved the Amiga in a way that very few people can grasp. And I think having that opportunity to present it, to put it together and to do that was really special to him and why he put so much energy into it, knowing his health condition. Yeah, but it was absolutely crazy. One of my buddies from the show circuit, and this is going back to the 30th, said, "Hey, I want to bring some stuff to sell." I'm like, "Aaron, that's great. We'd love to have some machines for sale on the show floor." And
more the merrier.
He drove from Atlanta with a box truck, like a 16-foot box truck, 100% full to the gills.
Holy crap.
Stuff. It was ridiculous. I don't know if there's a picture of when he set it all up, but he had a stack of 4,000s, 4 or 5,000 stacked up. I mean, this was just craziness. There's everything in there, and we
definitely a lot harder to find now.
Oh yeah, and at one point during the prep for the 40th, I think it was Alan Swithenbank said, during the 30th, I was holding the manual to this product at Aaron's table and I let it go. Like, I didn't buy it. I was like, oh man, you should have bought it. I think it was like a live manual or something. Like, oh, we could have used that.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, we had a working mandala system, which is a was it based on the live board? Yeah, it might have been live board. So basically, it's an interactive video game, and we had the Bells demo running, and we got it working. And Alan spent a lot of time on that. But you don't see that. We didn't have it at the 40th. It's so hard to make work. So when the 40th rolled around, and we started thinking about this carousel of progress, which was what the original idea is, that Disney ride where you see the homesteader and it becomes a home in like the 40s and then the 50s and 60s in a modern home. That carousel of progress is what was the thought behind what we put together. And then as we got further along, we started dropping different ideas because we didn't have the manpower and the time and funds to pull them off. But what we ended up with was amazing. And doing it at part of the VCF, which was another thing. If we had the whole history museum like we did at the 30th, it would be way harder to do what we did at the scale, because we would have a lot more to worry about. So hats off to VCF crew. Eric Klein is the guy who runs VCF. Zach Hardystay has been a big part of keeping the VCF West going. It's a fairly large organization now. Seems pretty well funded, the whole crew. And they had something like 1,800 people the year before, or 2,000 people the year before. And so it really was not about an Amiga show for Amiga people the way the 30th was.
Yeah.
I'm bummed I can't go to Germany because this year's Germany show looks fantastic. Like, it is. Yeah. If you're a hardcore Amiga person, that is the place to be. Amiga
Germany.
Yeah,
hope my passport will get here on time and I'll be able to go. If not, I got AMI West to fall back on, so I'm not even worried about it.
Well, I
So
hope it arrives, man. I hope it arrives.
yeah,
I hope you
I
can make
definitely
it.
like the Ami West. It's right here in my backyard. It's a good time. 20-minute drive, I'm there. 20-minute drive, I'm back. So I definitely enjoyed it. But yeah,
Yeah, and
I think they
Endless,
broke the record this year though. VCF West, they broke the record of attendance.
they did. That's
Right?
there's a lot there. So we
Yeah.
uh we say, okay, VCF crew, we're gonna do this thing with the Amiga. They're like, okay, that's cool. We'll give you a chunk of the space. We'll give you some speaking slots. Like, okay, that's cool. And so we start moving forward and we start doing our plans. And at some point, they kind of forgot because they're just, they're busy people with regular lives and they kind of forgot what we were thinking about. And so we get
Hmm.
back on the line with them, like, you're going to do what exactly? We're like, yeah, we told you this before.
Yeah.
But they were good partners. And so on Saturday night, the group before our evening presentation was the surviving members of the Homebrew Computer Club.
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
cool.
I can't tell them to get off the stage. Like, you
Yeah.
just gotta let them go.
But it
And
still
so,
worked out good though. I mean, it turned out cool. I mean, there was
yeah.
like a lot of people lined up outside to get in. I mean, there's a lot of people.
Well, it pushed us later was the problem is we lost an hour plus while they were doing their thing. And so
Oh, okay.
they might have thought we were being rude because we're like running past them to try to get
Yeah.
set up. But they ate into we had 2 hours to set up.
Oh, that's why the
We
bar
needed it.
closed on me early then. I couldn't get that beer at the bar closed on me early because of that.
Right, exactly. It just screwed our whole schedule. It worked out in the end. We had a great time, but it's
That
like,
was
what do you do,
awesome.
right?
It was so awesome.
So we went over, and on Sunday morning there was, sorry, Saturday. It was Friday night. So Saturday morning there was grumbling from the History Museum, like, well, you guys went over. There's going to be additional charges, like all this kind of stuff. And then the attendance numbers started coming in, and any talk about that just evaporated because, as you
Yeah.
said, they had. I had heard they had 3,500 people come to that event.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Isn't that crazy? It's
It's
unbelievable amount of people. It was
unbelievable.
constant. It was just constant people going in and out of the Amiga area over and over. That constant snake just feeding the area. It was crazy.
And that was what we were trying to do. We were trying to
Yeah.
bring the Amiga to people who don't understand it. And they don't, I'm pretty sure let me say it this way. I saw a video of a guy who did a review of the show, of the VCF West. And clearly he's a Apple fan. And he did like 95% of his talk on the Apple exhibits, and he had like one flash of the Amiga exhibit.
Yeah, I saw it a couple of times with some of the creators out there too as well. Little tiny bit of the Amiga stuff. It's just too cool to have on camera. That's why. It just blows it away. It's just too cool to have on camera.
I just don't think you could process it. I think a lot of people looked at what we did and like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
It doesn't, everyone else
But,
is.
Yeah. RJ Michael said fancy hotel. Bill, fancy hotel.
Oh, it's only the best for me, RJ.
Yeah. I think he's off on another out of the United States of America trip is where he's at. So
yeah.
So really cool to have you here with that. You're always
on
on some kind of a crazy plane trip. It's nuts, man.
Always something going on.
Yeah.
With home and it's just, there's a lot, but we'll get through it.
Yeah.
It's only the next couple of years, right? Kids eventually grow up and move on. But the 40th turned out for what the goal was to bring the Amiga to VCF West and impact people. And I think we did that. I think
it was
we
amazing,
were very
man.
successful what we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you helped a lot. I mean, you were.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I had a lot of fun there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but you had great energy. And as you get toward the finish line on those types of events, it's amazing as we were bringing in more people who were fresh to help us get past the 20-yard line and get into the end zone and put on the show. And I mean, it's just phenomenal the support we got, especially on setup day. People are just showing up and helping. Like Don Reislinger was there, one of the original Amiga Corp salespeople, and he's crawling around on his hands and knees, taping down the carpet.
Yeah, so was Trevor and Maddie was up there doing it. Everyone.
Yeah,
the whole is crazy.
Helping out.
Got it done though. Got it done.
We did.
I was tired that morning, but we got it done.
But by that night, you're so energized from all the people and just the accomplishment of it all. It was spectacular.
Yeah, RJ says he's here in California tonight, so he's
Mm.
on a no fun trip tonight for RJ,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I'm sure he's got a few hotel rooms under his belt too.
Yeah, I can't wait. I didn't even know. I didn't even know RJ was gonna like really be there at at the Amiga 40th. And I'm like a big 3DO guy, so I didn't like bring my giant backpack full of stuff for RJ to sign. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I'm gonna miss this opportunity. But then I found out, I think it was last month, RJ is gonna be at AMUS. I'm like, all right, cool.
I
Chance
hope
number
so.
two. Chance number two. He
Yeah.
said he's going to be in Blackpool, UK on October 4th and Amiga 40th in Newlands on October 18th.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
RJ Michael's on some plane trip action coming up. That's cool. That'd be a
Yeah.
lot of fun. But Gino and I will get
know it.
together plenty in the future. Yeah, man, definitely. I can't wait to hang out with you again, man.
He
I
did he
cannot
does
wait.
a trick with I don't want to give the trick away, but he pretends to break his neck. And I just walked into
Yeah.
the area when did it, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? He
Yeah.
totally got
Oh,
me.
that I saw that video where he did that little crunching thing.
Yeah, he
That's
totally
pretty
got me.
good.
Like, what is
He
happening?
brings a good energy, man. He brings
He
a good
does.
energy. We
Well,
got
either way,
TJ Ferrari just jumped in here and said, "What's up, Bill and Ghetto Finger?" TJ's in the house.
Oh, hey man. It's good
He
to
can't
see
see
you.
chat, so I have to relay it to him.
Yeah, I
I
can
have to
all I can
relay
see
it
is
to him.
myself. It works, but
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I cannot wait till like I said, if the passport doesn't come November 1st and 2nd, it's Amiga party time. I can't wait. So, and the prizes also, guys, we got lots of prizes coming in for AMUS right now, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I can give you some breaking news. I was talking to Jerry about it earlier.
Yeah,
I
let's
got
do
an
that a little
email
bit. That would
from
be nice.
Carl Sassenrath, and
Yeah.
he booked his hotel. And we're going to announce this more officially soon. But he wants to come and do a in-depth history of the Amiga from his perspective.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really interesting, because especially in the later years, I think he was doing a lot of consulting with Commodore. So he might have left or had been downsized as part of the Los Gatos side, but he was still doing a lot of work with them. And he was talking about things I've never even heard of. I don't want to spoil it, but we're trying to figure out what time frame and whatnot. But we
Sweet.
should have a good hour and a half presentation from Carl. Excuse me, going over the history of the Amiga from his perspective. It should be amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm also going to have, I guess, because this year we're going to have the floor open up a lot more. So there's going to be a lot more space and tables, I think, out there saying. So
Maybe.
I had requested to set up a 3DO table, and I did a lot of research, and I'll be having a nice little booklet you guys can go through, and it's going to show all the Amiga employees that migrated over to the 3DO project.
Cool.
And it'll inside the book, it'll discuss, what they did on the 3DO and stuff like that. I'll have all kinds of 3DOs out in games, gun games, all kinds of stuff. So you guys can check that out as well. So I think it's a cool story, Like I just found out last couple weeks ago, or no, last week, I think this weekend, I found out that Dell is a freaking one of the guys was on 3DO. That blew me away, So it's kind of cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know that part of history with that, So
yeah, the 3DO is a fascinating machine in that journey as we step through technology. It's interesting to put the CD32 next to the 3DO.
Yeah.
Obviously the 3DO was way more advanced in generating 3D looking graphics.
Yeah.
It's amazing what people are doing with the CD32 now.
Yeah.
Versus
there's a lot of that's my CD32 right here.
Nice.
But there's definitely a lot of like support still for the CD32, and on the 3DO side, there's only like a couple little new games that got released, But that was game changing at the time. It's a different. I like the 3DO because it's a different feel of game. It's a different style. It's a different than what I'm used to, So I kind of like that differentness of it. That's what I like.
Horde was amazing. Like, I don't know if I got ported any other platforms. Like, I love that Horde game. There's so many good games. The Star Control 2 coming out.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That was phenomenal.
Yeah, Star Control is amazing.
And we can run it on our Amigas now through open source and whatnot. But when it released on that platform, it took advantage of the CD-ROM, took advantage of all the features.
Yeah,
the video integration, the audio is spectacular.
All right. So, if you guys any questions for Bill? Time to put it in chat, guys, and we'll we'll jump on to the next segment so he can get to bed here. I'm sure he has a lot to do tomorrow out there and wherever your secret location is, somewhere in the globe.
Yeah, it's Midwest. It's 9:30 here.
Yeah, RJ Michael said Dale Luck was a chief software architect of the 3DO. So yeah, pretty crazy, right? Like, I think it's a neat thing. Is there's so many guys that actually went from, I think there's like 8 that I found actual factual information about, and I've been digging real deep, like super deep. I don't even know. Oh yeah, here, look away, RJ. I know I'm supposed to show us on camera, but I found archives.net. So I don't know if I'm gonna go to jail for showing this or not, but I've been digging like super deep in like what's going on in the 3DO world. Okay, so I print out a bunch like the old like contracts and all the stuff I found, so I could put together facts to prove that, hey, that guy actually was there and this is what he did. So it's pretty. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I just can't wait for Ami West. So I really can't.
What's amazing to me is how much it's great to see people supporting the older platforms. But I would love to find a definitive source of like categorizing how much support the Amiga gets versus the other platforms. From everything I've seen, the Amiga is 20, 30x what other platforms get in terms of the energy and the engagement and the craziness that's happening.
Totally. There's always some new game coming out for this thing. Like, or the other ones back there, the older ones. There's always something popping. Every time I turn my internet on, new Amiga game. I'm like, what? There's another one? Like, so I like that. Keeps it going. And not just that, tools, boards. I mean, it's just like this constant growth, right?
I think the gaming allure is the Amiga platform is so well constrained that one person, maybe two, maybe three, when you get to like music and whatnot, can produce a product to be proud of. And you could do it on the PC. You could do the exact same thing on the PC, but the comparative is so, you're dealing with AAA studios with multi-million, tens of millions of dollar budget for doing rotoscoping and character design.
And you're also in the plug and play universe dealing with the Windows. That's a plug and play universe, Lego kit.
Super competitive. People try for 30 seconds, move on. We're in the Amiga world. You can, what is that game? Super Stardust Wars? Like
Super Stardust.
God, it looks so good. And it's an Amos game. They now have like a vampire version with ham video. Like it's spectacular. And it's a couple dudes and, maybe some ladies, I don't know, working hard, and just it's a passion project for them, and they can make a difference. It's phenomenal.
All right, awesome, Bill, I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
man. Like I said, I've been trying this since my very first official guest on Boing and Beyond. So every guest gets they're supposed to be here yesterday, but they're late. So every guest gets a free Boing and Beyond hat or T-shirt. You let me know what you want in your size, and we'll get it off to you. So I'll have those in here this week too, by the guys. So we'll do a cool video of the new swag. We got a bunch of cool swag coming. We got Boing and the Bong underwear for all you studs out there. But anyway, I appreciate your time, Bill. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Of course,
we'll jump over here to this next segment, man. Thanks again very much. Thank you very much.
Take care, my friend. See you in Amy West.
Super honor, man. All right, safe travels out there. Woo! Let me get this back. Hope you guys can hear me over here. Let me close this out, and I'll get control of these cameras again here. Give me 1 second, and then we'll jump into the next segment that we got going on tonight. What's up, Snozy1, RJ Michael, TJ Frere's in the house, Cammy's in the house, Michelle. I don't know who else is here. Like I said, we're still kind of new to the show, so we're a little slow sometimes on getting guys in here, but we're definitely getting some good rewatch time, so I do appreciate that. Let me sleep all devices real quick, and we will try to wake them all up, and hopefully we will come back alive here. All right, guys, I'm going to have to mess with these cameras, but I'll go ahead and jump on the next segment, which is the Amiga Addict. I recorded this earlier today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is issue number 39 of Amiga Addict. This should be a pretty fun one, and then we'll jump into a little game demo that we also check out here in this magazine. And I'll have the cameras obviously fixed by the time we get back. All right, enjoy it, guys. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Ghetto Fair Gaming. Super grateful you guys are here for episode 5 of Boing in the Beyond, and we are going to show you guys off the brand new Amiga Addict magazine. Let me get in the spot here. I was just showing off the ad here in the video to the Amiga awesomest game ever, Roadcraft. Freaking love this one. Play it all the time still to today. But let's check this out, guys. We got the brand new Amiga Addict issue number 39. Check that out. Pretty freaking awesome. You got Dizzy, a fresh crack, and some old school snacks on the front cover there. Pretty nice. Ooh, we buy phones for cash. In this issue, got that little cover and stuff. Jonah, James, Paul, and Ravi are up in here. Other busy addicts is Hannah and Zoe. Looks like we got marketing and Addict Media. Alina computer ad. We got ourselves the intro. Let's keep spinning, guys. Amiga news. Check this out. Sounds good to me. And guys, let me go through here and figure out why the video is not going. For some reason, we had the Ninja software going, and the Ninja software seems to have messed up all my stuff here. So give me 1 second and we'll get it back going. So stand by. Hopefully we'll have to restart and come back. If we do, then that's what we have to do, but not a big deal. Let's hopefully we don't have to. So I'll be right back here, guys. Stand by. Titan audio composition